I am back at the furthest point away from the front of the park here at Cedar Point, back by the newest haunted house and by Steel Vengeance, which is right over there and right behind me on this side too. So today we're going to try to figure out how long it actually takes to walk all the way to the front of the park. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. Let's go. Now, this is not going to have any face cam from me except for what you just saw, because I'm walking all the way to the front. We're going to figure out exactly how long this segment actually takes. Now, I'm not quite sure which one is fastest. I'm not sure if to the right is fastest or to the left is fastest. But I think tonight we're going to choose to go to the left. First of all, because it is the most lit up. So it's the easiest place to go. Secondly, because it is Halloween weekends and I haven't walked over there because there's no kind of haunted house or anything like that that happens over along the Gemini Trail. So, or I guess over along the Gemini Midway. You guys are gonna get to see all of my flubs this time. You're also going to get to hear me cough because the cold has affected these this post-nasal drip stuff that I've been having. Actually, my cough has gotten a lot better, but it's still there. So we're going to get the privilege of walking all the way through. I guess there are like several different people who enjoy my videos. One of them, people who just want to nostalgically look back at a place that they've been before, and some of them are just people who are trying to get tips and tricks and stuff like that. Of course, some people don't enjoy my videos, and that's okay too. Today is a Thursday night here at Cedar Point. It's a very cool night also, and I think that maybe drove away a few people, but because it has such low numbers for Halloween weekends tonight, I was able to go to every single haunted house without having any problems. The lines for the rides looked like they were even shorter, but that's that's not something that I did tonight because that was not the purpose. I did get to go see Lusty Lils, and I did see the Witch Sisters tonight also. I still have a few more shows that I need to do here at Halloween weekends before I can say that I have done everything. So far it has been 3 minutes and 23 seconds, and I have no idea what else to talk about. We are here on the Gemini Midway right now. I love, like I said, it's much more lit up. This is a much better place to be able to walk. Also, we're going to get the privilege of walking next to Top Thrill Dragster on our way through here and seeing what else might be done. I do think it's very, very funny on especially a few Facebook pages that I follow that are Cedar Point related. I love how people just assert things like they absolutely know. Like, I have seen so many people say, goodbye, Top Thrill Dragster. Top Thrill Dragster is never going to be back again. It's being dismantled. You're never going to see it. You have to get over it. All that kind of stuff. And it may be good advice to be prepared for that to happen. I don't think that's going to happen though. But I don't think that. I don't assert that I know it. Nobody knows except for Cedar Point employees. And I think it's hilarious when people are all about saying that Cedar Point is definitely going to get rid of their tallest attraction. I really doubt they'll get rid of it. I have a feeling they'll at least keep the iconic arch, but I have a feeling it's going to be even more than that. But again, I don't know, and they could get rid of it. So preparing yourself is not probably the worst thing that you could do. A couple years ago during 2020, I loved it when they finally lit this stuff up. Well, I guess during 2021, because during 2020, they closed every day early, like between 6 and 8. So coming back here now, again, it's one more thing I don't want to take for granted. I love seeing that Cedar Point is all lit up and is really good. I am a little bit surprised to see that Top Thrill Dragster, though, is not lit up. After they lit it up for so long, it does worry me that it's a tease. I'm not gonna lie. But again, nobody really knows. So whatever you're hearing when someone asserts a fact about what they're going to do with Top Thrill Dragster, just don't listen. Don't worry about it. We'll see what happens in time over the summer or over the winter. And it won't take long for us to realize what they're actually going to do. That's a pretty hard thing to hide. If they start taking it down, we'll know. People will take all kinds of pictures from the lake. Top Thrill Dragster can't be hidden. And that's also part of the reason why I don't think they're getting rid of it. Because at least not getting rid of the structure, at least. Because if they were getting rid of it, I would think they would tell people beforehand, because it is something that they can't hide. Now here we are in Pumpkin Hollow. This is probably something that I have shamefully not found out a lot about yet. I'm not even sure what Pumpkin Hollow is at this point. From what I have seen, I think it's just a couple of like photo opportunities. I think that's really all it is, but I guess we'll see as we walk if there's something more. Yeah, okay, so yeah, it's like some animatronics, all pumpkin related. And those aren't actually animatronics, but little entertainment pieces. Oh yeah, they have taken off part of Top Thrill Dragster right here. Wow, can't stop though. That doesn't necessarily mean anything though, as far as like it's going to go someplace. It may just be a new piece of track needs to be put in. We will find out. On my channel, we have rarely devoted time to making sure that we had every rumor covered here on Not Your Normal Guy. There are other channels that definitely devote themselves to that, and some of them that are rather accurate, often anyway, not always, but often. That's just not what we do here. We much more stick with getting to know the best things that you can do here at Cedar Point, how long things are going to take, especially rides, what order you should ride things in, little tips like that, merchandise, things like that. So if that kind of stuff sounds interesting to you, please press that subscribe button now. We'd love to have you guys join. If you've watched this long, I mean, you're minutes into this video, so now's the time that I want you guys to chip in. Let me know what you think is going to happen with Top Thrill Dragster. You can get as wild or as mundane as you want to with what you think it's going to be. Just simply they're replacing the track, they're adding an LSM launch, they're doing a whole bunch of stuff that's going to replace corkscrew. They're adding an indoor portion, so it'll be an indoor ride also. I don't know. I've heard so many rumors, I couldn't count them at this point. Well, we also have some more pumpkins over here too. That's cool. Oh, I like those pumpkins. Cedar Point is such a long park, and this is part of the reason why navigating Cedar Point is so much more difficult than, say, at Kings Island. Kings Island, sure, it may be a little bit difficult sometimes, but you frequently need to plan a 12-minute walk just to get to some place that wouldn't seem that far away. At least, if you flew as a bird goes. Like, just to get over to Rougarou right now would take quite a bit of doing, and it's just on the other side of the lagoon. Let alone to get up to Gatekeeper or to get back to Millennium Force. Those are going to take even longer. So often a part of your day for Cedar Point is planning where you're going to walk and how long that walk is going to take you. You could just line up attractions right next to each other, but if you don't give yourself enough time to walk to each one of them, then you're not really going to find yourself being successful with your day and being able to ride all that you wanted to according to whatever your plan was. We are now on the main midway, but even the main midway takes several minutes to get up to the front of. Also, we see a whole bunch of screamsters who we love, who we adore here at Cedar Point. I had a friend recently become a screamster here at Cedar Point, and he showed me a picture of the inside of the Coliseum, which is where they were doing like makeup and like the initial staging for Halloweekends. I'm so jealous. I want to see the inside of the Coliseum so bad. Tony, if you're watching, please let me go up at the Coliseum and just see it. I think it's so cool. So many cool, great big bands got to play up there. People got to listen to them. They had incredible dances. I love that time. Like, that time in history is so romantic to me. The time of like It's a Wonderful Life, like 1910s to 1940s, where dancing was all the rage. Ballroom dancing, big bands. My family growing up had a big band, and that's probably where I learned my love of it, because we would go out to rent a big hall out in South Bend, Indiana, and just have dances. It was so much fun. My great aunt taught ballroom dancing under Mussolini in Italy, and met my great uncle there, and she was able to move back to the US, or move to the US when she married him, and she was great at ballroom dancing. Sweet little short woman, and she taught me how to dance when I was like, I don't know, 10 years old, even younger than that. And we'd go to the dances and do the foxtrot. It was so much fun. Sometimes I wish that kind of stuff would be popular again, but that's just an old man reminiscing. We can see Gatekeeper now, so we are right up at the front of the park. But this has been quite a while at this point. I'll put timestamps all the way throughout so that you can kind of tell how long it's been. I love this atmospheric music for Halloweekends. And I love it that Cedar Point has someone make it for them. Midnight Syndicate is truly, wow, lights came on. Midnight Syndicate is truly talented. I love it. I love it that Cedar Point uses people like that to create better experiences for their guests. I think that is so cool. Here's the carousel, French corner. I also love the way Cedar Point is slowly remaking their front area to just be a better looking area. They have really done incredible things with Cedar Point since I was a kid. Again, these are the thoughts of an old man reminiscing. But it's been 150 years, and I am so glad you guys have been watching my videos. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here at the parks. I hope something's been helpful, and if it has, please press that like button. Love to have you guys. Also press that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and thank you guys so much for watching. Let's figure out how much time this has taken. So between 2 takes, that took 19 minutes for us to get all the way up to the front of the park here at Cedar Point. You need to devote 20 minutes. I was moving at a clip. And also, it may take longer for some people than it would for others. So if you're not moving at a very brisk pace, you're probably going to want to add, 5, 10, 15 minutes onto that, especially if you want to take maybe a few breaks or things like that to get up to the front of the park. It does take some time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's go.